Made it. If you don't tune in on my next week's show, you'll only miss the most exciting adventure of all time, that's all.
And now some scenes from next week's show, Jigsaw. Starring Robert Stack as Elliot Ness. Co-starring Cloris Leachman. And Bruce Gordon. With special guest star James Gregory.
I'm going to help you, Ness.
What made you decide to change your mind?
Lots of things. Maybe I'm bored. Maybe I've turned social reformer. Maybe I like you.
What are you doing here, Traeger?
Cloris Colton.
Cloris, you tell me who I am. I can't remember a thing, not even my own name.
Jim!
You don't come any closer.
That's very funny, friend, but that's a little bit too close for comfort.
What do you mean, friend?
Marlboro, the filter cigarette with the unfiltered taste, has brought you this portion of Route 66.
This is George Maharis. Now Marty Milner takes you on a preview of our next Route 66.
Somebody generous had handed us a day in a million. But it became a day that turned into tragedy for Buzz.
How do you feel? I know my eyes are open. I can't see you.
There are special joys in this darkness.
Join us for the next exciting episode of Route 66. Even stones have eyes.
This is your friendly, wet Spider-Man again. Next week, it looks like they've really got me. But that would be telling. See ya. No living menace is more unbeatable than Doc Ock. But when he also uses a deadly stolen weapon against me, how can one lonely little Spider-Man survive? Unless a miracle occurs, it's bye-bye Spidey in The Terrible Triumph of Dr. Octopus. Sling along with me next week, friends, for thrills, chills, spills, and pills. I have to spin my best webs to win this one. Hopelessness is fighting a magician who can make mincemeat of my spider power. And when that magician happens to be the Green Goblin, you'd better not miss the battle royal that's coming up next.
And now, Mr. Serling.
Next time out in the Twilight Zone, we move into a very dark corner of the odd and the unpredictable with a story called Caesar and Me. It's written by Adele T. Strasfield, and it stars one of the most talented young men on the acting scene today, Jackie Cooper. Here's one that may stay with you after the lights are out. It's a story of a ventriloquist and his dummy. And this one is designed for the cold chills and the hot fevers.
Twilight Zone has been brought to you by the American Tobacco Company, on behalf of Pall Mall Famous Cigarettes.
The following scenes are from the story we will bring to you next week. Take my word for it, it's a thriller.
You see, he will not answer.
Perhaps he's ill. Better use your key. Please open the door, madame. I insist.
No, it's not a religious painting. Unless the man who painted it worshipped death. Who knows what went on in Henri Rodin's twisted mind when he created this nightmare. But one thing we do know, 15 of the people who owned this painting met with a sudden, unexpected, violent death. And each was warned. Whenever anyone is about to die, the blade of that scythe begins.
Paul, what's the matter?
Next for Up the Rebels.
Plastic explosives were hijacked, very new and highly sophisticated.
Contribution from your American friends.
You can do a lot of damage with that fella.
Damage, Mr. Foley, is a relative concept.
The buyer could be local, and that stuff could be intended for use here.
Possibly. It's more likely it's intended for Ireland.
You know about the explosives that were stolen here the other day?
Why do you come to me?
I'm looking for a rebel.
What if I should become an embarrassment to you? Would you kill me too?
Have you any idea what those explosives are going to be used for?
Tactical necessity.
Robert, I want that ship to pass.
Next, rebels. Be here. Aloha.
This is Sebastian Cabot. In our next episode of Checkmate, guest stars David Jansen and Susan Lloyd are featured in the exciting story of a rodeo champion fighting for both a girl and his life.
This portion of Checkmate was brought to you by Scott Paper Company, makers of new Magic Oval Scotties that float up one at a time or come out in neat handfuls.
Hello, I'm David Jansen. You have just seen the first part of Landscape with running figures. Following are some scenes from next week's unusual and exciting conclusion.
Easy. Come on, give me a hand with that tire.
Murray, where are you?
Philip, I'm in a little town. I don't remember the name.
I want to know why you're doing this. Tell me.
Philip, I want you to come and get me.
I see. This is some sort of test. A choice between you and Kimball.
See, this is what your mother is. This is what she did to me when I was in the Army.
A frightened woman, a troubled boy, and the fugitive, pursued by a hate-crazed executioner. Fear in a desert city. Next week on The Fugitive.
This is E.G. Marshall. This woman is a few moments away from committing a senseless murder against this man.
This dress you're wearing, it's blue. Do you think blue suits you?
I don't know. I thought you...
You thought I what?
You said...
You said I what? Does the fact that I don't think blue suits you, does that upset you?
I don't give a damn what you think.
See The Hidden Fury, our next exciting case. It stars E.G. Marshall, Susan Oliver, Joseph Anthony, Ben Piazza, and me, Bob Reed.
This portion of The Defenders presented by new Final Touch Fabric Softener. The fabric softener that whitens as it softens.
What happened to your crew?
Oh, we were dead.
Mr. Sulu, you will lay in an evasive course back to the Constellation.
Aye, aye, sir.
Belay that last order, helmsman. We're going to attack.
You will carry out my last order, Mr. Sulu.
I am assuming command of the Enterprise.
But I would advise against it.
Scotty, get us out of here. Prepare to beam me aboard on my signal. Gentlemen, I suggest you beam me aboard.
Richard Basart, stay tuned for scenes for our next episode.
Next week, Admiral Nelson retraces time in a desperate effort to save the Seaview.
It's gonna blow! My name is General Benedict Arnold.
Next week, No Way Back on Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, right here on this channel.
I will introduce myself. I'm known as the Keeper, and I come from a world 10 million light years away. But sometimes violence is a necessity.
Back where you belong. The children are mine now.
Warning, do not tamper with alien controls.
Less than the insects which I crushed beneath my heel as I warp.
Let's go! I'm gonna break your neck. Let me finish.
You ought to give me the children.
If you want to take Will and Penny, you've got to fight us for them.
He's activating.
You cannot hide from me like you do others.
Nothing can stop me.
I can stop you.
I don't like you and I don't trust you.
I owe no loyalty to these Earth people.
I will destroy you.
Next week, John Robinson is inadvertently transferred into a strange, unreal antimatter world where he is confronted by an exact counterpart image of himself.
I've gone to a lot of trouble to get you here, and I need you for my plans. But that doesn't mean that I wouldn't kill you in a split second if you got in my way. Can't be. Stay until you're finished, understand? Now get back to work.
You'll never get me with that chain!
Next week, Antimatter Man on Lost in Space, here on this channel.
Stop it! Move! Now you've done it! You've launched the pod into space!
It's not responding.
It's moving away from us. Who are you?
Next week, weird identical doubles threaten the space family Robinson.
I believe you wanted to talk to us.
You threaten me. Just remember, underneath, you're no different than I am. Now, look!
Danger! Danger!
Next week, Target Earth on Lost in Space, here on this channel. Next week, suspense and action set a fast-moving pace. Watch the sinister Monasterio use Garcia as bait for his biggest surprise, to unmask the elusive Zorro. Has the daring Zorro finally met his match? Be with us next week for the exciting action-filled answer when the Walt Disney Studio brings you Zorro.